guys, well, welcome. So, let me provide a little context to like why this is a part of the orientation process. Now, many of you guys are in the business, have been in the business for some time now, and depending on the department that you're in, you've gone through some type of orientation or indoctrination into the business. Some of it is led by HR, and it's about the company itself, and then other parts are within whatever function that you're working in. And I think the teams have done a pretty good job in putting an onboarding process into care that gets people engaged and ready to do their job. And but before we had formalized HR and all these different like onboarding processes, I would sit with everybody and onboard them into the business. And so this session continues to today, and it just gives me an opportunity to tell you guys the story of K-Cura and like how did we start out as a scrappy little consulting firm to the business that we are today, and all the funny mission matches along the way, a random walk through business and life, and how we got here. Gives me an opportunity to meet some of you guys, learn a little bit about you all as well. Cool. It's a big group today. So normally we would go around the room and do some introductions, but with like 20 people in here, can't probably do everybody. Could I like randomly just pick on some folks? Yeah? How about you guys do one on the left? Yeah.
You want me to say? I'm Joanne Wilson.
Yeah, so like who are you? What is your role? Where did you come from? If there's any particular reason why you came here, just let us know.
Well, my name is Joanne Wilson. I'm the Technology Services Manager in the Cloud Operations team. Prior to here, I worked for 17 years at Trading Technologies, which is primarily a software firm, but also a hosting firm. Why did I come to K-Cura? Because I was looking for a really exciting, energetic software firm in Chicago. And I had my eye on this place for a long time to ever get in the door.
Oh, cool. Cool. Well, let me get you operated the car. Welcome.
Right. Yeah.
Welcome. Cool. Who else wants to go? Let me get like 2 more.
I'll go.
Yeah.
I'm Jenna Rooney. I am a pre-sales engineer. I come from a hosting partner from Inventus. I was a project manager there for just under 5 years. And I came to K-Cura. I had always wanted to come to K-Cura. I'd go to Relativity Fest and see everybody, and you know what a well-oiled machine it was. And it was just, I was always envious of the K-Curanians, and now here I am. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Welcome.
I can go. I am Jackie. Did you want to go, Jay?
No. I'm trained. Go ahead.
I'm Jackie. I'm an associate channel manager on the East Coast team. I came from University of Wisconsin-Madison, which is also my alma mater. So don't talk smack about those badges around me. So I really am a big fan. How did I get to K-Cura? I was telling my college RA, who I've known for years, because that was a long time ago, that I wanted a job where I would never be bored and where everything was always changing and in a new industry. And he was friends with Jordan Domash from working at Bain. He goes, I have the perfect place for you. You need to work there. And so he suggested K-Cura. I read about it and I liked everything I saw, and then I interviewed and I was lucky enough to be picked.
Cool. Awesome. Take one more. Okay.
My name is Andra. I'm a staff from finance team. I used to work at a medical office. I have for like 8 years. Just switched and I'm in grad school right now at Loyola, and I was looking through our sustainability. I needed something completely different from what I was doing, and the spot was there. I read through it. I was like, all right, put resume, and then got a call a couple weeks later.
There you go.
You must be good.
I've been asking this question to folks like throughout the years, and I stopped writing them down. Like, why answers are pretty much have been consistent throughout the years. People come here because they want to be at a growing dynamic company. They want to be here because they were impressed by the interview process. And the interview process is a manifestation of like the people and the culture. Want to be at a growing organization. It's kind of cool to see that people come here because they know somebody who works here, or it's maybe a reference. This is one of the it's a great testament to like how someone feels about like the company. If they would recommend it to like a friend, right? Or would you give your friend bad advice? So that's pretty cool. I think there's again with the common theme is like the culture of the organization, and the culture of your culture of the organization. I think sometimes culture is like an overly used term, like business, but it's really just how people like work with each other. Will they be open? Will they be communicative? Will they open to ideas? Are they do they do what they say they're going to do? Are they going to hold each other accountable? Are they going to be very communicative? Right? Like that's really defines like how we work with each other. And the culture itself is not something that could be controlled from the top down. I can't do a lot to like control culture. Actually, I can't do a lot of things to control culture. But really, you guys are the people who carry the culture forward, right? In terms of how you work with each other, and then as you like go and interview other folks that come into the business, are they gonna follow some of the same ideals and values that we have in terms of how we work with each other? So you guys are the purveyors of the culture. So. Okay. With that, we'll just move on. So along the way, just like ask some questions, maybe share your feedback throughout the session today. Some tricks I learned in business. I just want to start out the talk. So who here is like worked at a company culture where like being on time wasn't necessarily like the norm, right? Prior to this, it's a fair amount of individuals. Why is that? Why do people come on time?
Because they respect.
Why didn't they come on time in your previous place?
Because meetings always ended at the top of the hour, which gave no chance to get between meetings.
Yeah. So how can you be on time?
Don't end meetings at.
Yeah, right. We got to make sure that we don't do that here, right? This one.
Actually, in 5 minutes before.
5 minutes before. You guys should talk in at 5 minutes before, so you can make your what we're supposed to end here? 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. Yeah, I worked at a place too where like people were like 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late, 15 minutes late, and I just always thought it was ridiculous. It was a waste of time. We just sat there and waited, and like didn't really get into it until like the last person like strolled in. We didn't want to do that at Kikura, so said to be a point for us to be on time for everything. We do the best we can, we do the best we can.
I think the other thing is how a lot of times when people are late for meetings, it's a reflection of the fact that they don't care about the meeting because they don't think it's valuable for them to be there.
Yeah, why even bother going? Just don't show up. Being on time is like so important to me personally. Is that when we built this office out, I only had like a couple requirements. Requirement number 1 is like I wanted the couch in like the reception area because I thought that was funny. And two, actually I had more requirements than that, but the 2, I wanted all the clocks to be synchronized because I thought it was important that there was Kikura time and there was no debates in terms of what time a meeting was supposed to start. And when we first moved in here, we moved into like the 7th and 8th floor, and there was like 40-some clocks installed all over the office, and the times were off. And I was driving like the IT people crazy, and the vendors who sold us the clocks were like, "Hey man, these are not the times are not on time." And they're like, "Well, this system doesn't have that level of accuracy. You got to get the Bojan system." And so you got like this Bojan system, and then that wasn't accurate as well too, and that got escalated. And next thing you know, I'm on the phone with like the CEO of Bojan, and they're like, "Dude, this thing is not." And he's like, "Well, no one ever like has requested this level of accuracy."
I just need them to be the same.
Yeah, I want them to be accurate. I want to be the same. Yes, the same. Yes. And but then they had to like reprogram the head unit, and they had to reprogram all the flash ROMs on all the little clocks to get it to a certain load value. So because we believe being on time is important, and it's rude and it's wasteful. And I think like every once in a while like we kind of slip. We get into a moment where we're starting to show up late for things and we don't let people know. Like, it's impossible to be on time for everything. It's really impossible. But can we give people the courtesy and can we make the effort to really be on time? Let's make our meetings productive, right? Schedule meetings. If you really need them. Set the agenda. Put away the smartphone, the tablet. Pay attention. Be active in the meeting. Be a participant. Right? It's another thing. If you go to these meetings, it's stupid, and you're like in your email. And why? Either the meeting's dumb or you don't need to be there, right? I think we can do a much better job in having much more productive meetings, and I think we can do a better job of reducing the amount of people that go to our meetings. Here being like a friendly environment, a collegial environment, an overly collaborative environment, we tend to have like big meetings because we want like everyone's opinions. And we get benefit from not doing that as much. Also, like having like a big meeting is like lazy. Sometimes it's easier to just get everyone together and talk about something instead of like, okay, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna think, I'm gonna write, and then I'm gonna send it to people, and then those people have to sit and think and write too. Right? It's more easy to have a meeting. And is it a better use of our time? And is the think time worthwhile to actually do it all on paper or even do it in email? I challenge you guys to do that.
What about the notion that you get more information bandwidth locally than you do with the written word?
Sure. I'm sure there's a balance between the two, right? Like, if we did everything over email, that would be productive. If we did everything over meetings, that would be productive. So, yeah. So let's try to make our meetings productive. And I think it's okay to, if there's not like an agenda, it's like, hey, where's the agenda? Or make sure we record the next actions. Or, hey, this is the fourth time we're talking about it again. Is there a better way to do this? Or do I really need to be here? Talk and act like it's your own. These are your customers. This is your product. This is one thing that, when I talk to new people in the business, they will tell me, Andrew, this is what I think you should do with relativity, or this is what I think you should do with this particular customer. Like, dude, what are you, a consultant? What I should do, what we should do, right? Because again, this is your customer, this is your product. It's the latter part too. Don't complain behind the scenes, right? Let's bring up some issues and propose solutions, right? That's really bad, toxic stuff. Right? Like, hey, this is not going right. We just kind of bitch in the corner and like not necessarily try to bring it to the forefront and resolve it. You support decisions once they've been made. Right? I'm not saying like, hey, like we're not supposed to debate decisions, or as we're debating the decisions, people should have like contrary opinions. That's one of the ways that we try to make the right decision, having the right data, have contrary opinions, think through different scenarios. But at some point we have to make a decision, and at some point we have to move on with our lives. Right? And once the decision is made, support it, and just recognize that you're not going to agree with every single decision, but we all need to work together to execute. Okay? Let's debate them, but at some point we have to make the decision. And every decision might have like a hate period. You can hate it for like maybe for a couple hours, or maybe you hate it for a day, but at some point you got to move on and execute, because that's unhealthy too. Finally, learn to give and receive direct constructive feedback. I think back in the day when we were building our little company, we were very open and honest in terms of like how we were doing. And our intentions were never to hurt people, right? Sometimes, when you're giving someone like direct feedback, they might take offense to it. But that's not the intention. The intention was to deliver great service. The intention was to build a great product. And so if you're gonna give that direct constructive feedback, well, you better learn our history. So my particular background is I'm a technologist by trade, and I started my career doing desktop support at a company called Landis & Gear, which later became Siemens. So I was like a PC fix-it guy at a big company. And then from that, I grew up at Siemens, like did PC fix-it work, and then I became a server administrator, and then I got into email administration, and then became like a messaging systems architect. And so email was always like kind of like my specialty. And then from Siemens, I went over to like a consulting firm, and then this consulting firm was one of these e-business firms of the late '90s, and what they did was they would help brick and mortar companies basically build some big e-commerce presence or online web presence, or this is all during the .com boom. And then the boom happened, and then the bust happened, and a bunch of consultants were sitting on the bench. And during this period, I was always like a programmer, a scripter, and I was like, hey, I'll just learn some of these like Microsoft tools, and sat on the bench for 6 months. And then I asked to be put on a programming project, and I was pretty good at it, and got staffed on another one, and then I got staffed on a project at Microsoft. Microsoft was coming out with Exchange 2000, which is their email and collaboration platform, and I was an email wizard. And Microsoft wanted to build a demo application and reference architecture, how to build a collaborative application on top of Exchange. I worked on this project, built all these crazy skills, great relationships inside Microsoft. And when I came back, I was like, all right, why don't I start a company building things on top of Exchange 2000, or the underlying technology was the web storage system. And so when we were trying to come up with a name for the business, so we were going to specialize in building collaborative knowledge management applications. And so every company name that we came up with that had like a KM spin or a knowledge management spin or a collaborative spin was like taken. And one of the guys was like flipping through the dictionary and saw that like cura means management in Latin. The K stands for knowledge, K for knowledge, K cura, knowledge management, www.kcura.com is available. Right. So that was the genesis of the name. And then I had a buddy of mine who was like a graphics artist type of person, and I was like, man, we're starting a company, come up and do some branding for us. And this is one of the original sketches with the different like logo ideas. We kind of took what we did with the first logo name on the left-hand corner, and the one on the bottom right, mixed them together. Here we go, Ktura. And so in the beginning, our business was building custom software products for our clients. So we would do things in the areas of document management, collaborative intranets, collaborative extranets. We did stuff in the insurance world, building like these risk analysis systems. We did stuff in the financial services world, and over time, we became like this .NET shop where we work with like larger data projects, tons of documents, tons of like records in the system, right? And our competitive advantage in terms of like how we got work over maybe some more established consulting firms or even other boutiques is that we'd always come to the table with a set of frameworks. And these frameworks would be the building blocks of how we built all of our applications. And these frameworks are really the underpinning of relativity today. And because we had like this mindset of like everything we built, we want to be able to reuse for another project. We slowly built like all these different like platform components. Again, you see that in like relativity today. So a lot of the notions of the artifact model, the dynamic objects, the use engine, choice, the way you use choices, I mean, those all stem from our consulting initiatives really early on. So in 2002, we began discussions with Foley and Lardner to build EDS. And so Foley and Lardner at the time was maybe like the top 50 law firm in the U.S. And the guy there is this dude by the name of Bruce Blank, and he wanted to build like this document management system designed for litigation. And so I went down to Milwaukee. They're based out of Milwaukee. I went down there and talked with him a bit about what he wanted to build. And I sent him the email the next today, just kind of quickly summarizing the conversation and giving you an idea of what it might cost. And if you look at the email, it's like, hey, this is some of the things that would be in it would be, general presentation framework, reviews engine, a profile or the layout, ability to override reviews and the layouts, integration with the search engine, event handler model, security management here, being able to OCR PDF, the system, batch uploading, a production engine. So a lot of the things that exist in like relativity today, and we like, oh, it's only gonna be 60 grand. We'll get it done in 12 weeks. So we've gone there. It took a very long time to get this thing built. But I show this email because I think it's a great representation about like and why I think it's special about being like a software engineer. Right? And even though I went to college for a year and I failed out, and I wasn't necessarily trained as a computer scientist formally. I do consider myself a software engineer, self-trained, and I feel very fortunate to be a software person. And I know other engineers in other engineering disciplines, whether it's civil engineering or architecture, or the big difference between software and what those folks do is that, hey, if I'm like a civil engineer and I have an idea for this amazing bridge, I don't know, bridge is going to span miles and withstand earthquakes and built with materials that will last the test of time. Ingenious invention on how to like change the way bridges get built. Can you see that actually materialize? Probably not. It's a silly example, right? But in software, right? You may have an idea on how to do something, or to build some software, or it's like one knucklehead behind a keyboard, and slowly start making things happen, and then it turns into two, and turns into three, and all of a sudden you got this thing that's like much bigger than what you could ever imagine. And I think it happens in software. It happens in software a lot. I think it's really, really special, that invention. And what's cool about like the business itself is that invention goes and beyond the actual software itself. It's like all this invention in the software, this invention in how you build the software, this invention, how you support the software,